Hi everyone, it's Anne here from annshappystampers.co.uk, and today I haven't got a tutorial for you, but I've got a demonstration and a review of this fabulous Tonic and Tim Holtz Stampin platform. Now, I bought this just a few days ago and I put it on my Facebook page, and quite a lot of people asked as if I would do a demonstration of it, so that's what I'm going to do. Now, first impressions are it's really solid, you know, quite heavy, not too heavy that you can't lift it, but it's not flimsy. It's got a really, you know, good solid thick lid. On the back it's got a nice soft pad to stop it from slipping. You can stamp with photopolymer and the red rubber stamps by, it tells you there that this one here, this says clear, so I know that I stamp here with photopolymer. And then what you do is you just lift it up, the lid just comes out, and then you would turn it over the other way, and yeah, turn it over this way, just pop it back in like so, and now you can stamp with the rubber. So have I got that right, the right way around? Yeah, you know that when you stamp, no, that's not the same. Yeah, so when you want to do rubber, make sure that's on rubber. When you want to do clear, you make sure that's on clear for photopolymer. It's got 2 magnets to hold your card in place, which are really strong, and I mean really strong. I got mine clamped together the other day and it took me ages to get them apart, so I wouldn't advise that. Right, so I'm going to do some demonstrations now. I'm going to use just a random stamp set which I grabbed, which was Gardening Blue, and I'm going to just pop the stamps that I want. So first off, I'm going to take this outline stamp here, and it has a little point there, meaning that's the guide, so I'm just going to set it where mine's on the right hand side, so I know that's what I need to put the other stamp on to line it up. Okay, so just open the platform, and I'm just going to get a random, I've just got a few scraps of card, not cut at any particular size, so I'm going to lift the magnet off, and let's just say I want my stamp just there. Okay, so I'm going to put the magnets on like so, and then I'm going to put the lid down, and it's going to pick the stamp up straight away. Okay, and I've got some ink here, and I'm just going to ink the stamp up like so, and then I'm just going to pop it down, just give it a press, and there you go, you've got a perfect image there. And then I'm going to peel this off, and I'm going to take the other stamp that fills in. Now I'm going to have my little arrow the same way again, and I'm going to line it up on the card like that. Then I'm going to pick it up again. Okay, and then I'm just going to ink it up. Whoops, not get ink everywhere. Now I've got quite a bit of ink on there, but once I stamp this down, it won't go on the paper. You know, you can get ink on it and it won't transfer onto your card. So there we go, perfect. So I'm going to take the magnets off and space them quite far apart so they don't, you know, jump together. And where's my wipes? I'm just going to get a wipe, just a second. Right, yeah, I got a wipe and I just wiped all that off. So, as you can see, perfect. Now, let's take another piece of card. And this time, I have got another stamp set, which is Vintage Leaves. And what I want to do with this one is grab a few and open the platform. And I want to create a little background, let's just say. So I'm going to have one here, one there, maybe one there, and one there. So let's just say I wanted to create my own background. So I'm going to pop a magnet there and a magnet there. Get that straight, that piece of card. That's it. I'll just butt it up to the bottom. So I'm going to put the platform down and I'm going to pick all of the stamps up. As you can see, it's picked them all up. And I'm just going to ink them up. Just make sure they're all inked up properly. Okay, and then I'm going to stamp down. Just give it a good press, make sure it all stamps, and then pick them up. And let's just say I'm not happy with that and I maybe want it, I don't know, maybe it's a bit darker, or, you know, I'm not happy with how it's stamped. I can always go back in and do it again. Now, when you're stamping normally, you can't do that because the chances are you're not going to line it up right and it's going to make the image blurry. So there we go, you can see that's darker. And I just think it's fantastic, it really is. I mean, I was going to get a Misty and I thought, well, the price, you know, and I'm just so glad I got this. That looks, I mean, that's just perfect. And you can lay the stamps on, you know, you can make your own backgrounds. Now, I want to show you something else as well. This is another reason why I bought this. So I'm just going to get a wipe, a baby wipe, just wipe the glass. Then I'm going to take this off and I'm going to pop another piece of card in. And I'm just going to take the same, one of the stamps that I used before. So I'm just going to wipe the ink off this. Okay, so let's see where I can put the stamp. Let's just pop it there. The magnet's down, and then I'm going to make sure that's not too wet. Actually, I'm just going to dry it with me top there. So pick the stamp up, and I think we'll get, should we use a different colour? Yeah, we're going to use Daffodil Delight. Right, now I'm going to ink the stamp up. And stamp down. Okay, and I'm quite happy with that image. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a wipe again, and I'm just going to wipe the excess ink off this stamp here with a baby wipe. Let's make sure I've gotten it all off. Okay, and then what I'm going to do once I've put these inks away, is I'm then going to take some Versamark. I'm going to ink up the stamp with Versamark. Make sure I get it covered. Okay. Then I'm going to stamp back down over the image. And then I'm going to take this off. And just pop this out of the way for a second. And I'm going to take some clear embossing powder. And I'm just going to pour it over the leaf. I'm nearly out of clear powder. There we go. I've covered, I don't know if you can actually pick that up. The camera's not focusing. There, I've got the powder on. So I'm now going to take my heat tool, so you might want to turn the volume down. Just going to let it heat up for a little bit. And I've now got a heat embossed leaf, as you can see. You know, now I couldn't do that without this, because the chances are, like I said, you know, I wouldn't be able to stamp it over. So there's another cool thing you can do. So I'm going to grab the platform back, and the last thing I want to show you, I mean there's probably loads more you can do, but I'm just going to show you a few bits here. Now, this stamp set comes with matching framelits. So what I've done is, if I can get it right, I've cut the framelit out here. Now it is for this leaf here. This is what it matches with. I'm just going to clean that off because I hadn't cleaned it. Okay, so it matches with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the platform and I'm going to pop this in here, and then I'm going to lie this leaf back in there. Just hold that down, and then I know I need to stamp this. Just line it up with the piece that you've cut out. Okay, and then pick the stamp up. Now fair enough, it's brought that off, but it's no big deal. Just put that back. Okay, ink, where's the ink? Let's ink up our stamp. And stamp down. Okay, and then whoops, and we dropped it. And there we go though, perfect placement, because I know sometimes when, you know, you stamp your pattern down, you get your die and you line it up, and sometimes it's not lined up right, or it comes out and it's wonky, or there's a bit too much paper shown, or it moves in the machine, you know, something like that. And I think this is a great way to avoid that, because, you know, it's pretty perfect to me. You know, and I think it's just great for less experienced crafters even. But yeah, this is fabulous, it really is. And I got this from a little craft store near where I live. I got it from a place called the Crafty Nook, which is in Durham Indoor Market, and I believe it's owned by a lady called Susan Platten, and I got mine from there and it was £27, which, you know, I'd rather pay that any day than, what is it, 50 or something, 60 that you can get a Misty for. This is worth every penny, fabulous. And like I said, if you want to stamp in red rubber, you just take this off, flip it the other way, and it'll do it in red rubber. So I suppose I better quickly show you that as well. So let's just grab a stamp. This is red rubber, so I'm going to take the lid off and I'm just going to flip it round. Okay, and it just slots back in. Let's just get another just piece of this, just pop this there and pick this up. There we go, it works just the same. And we'll just ink this up as well. And whoops, it's not supposed to fall off, like, that's one thing. But it's probably because I think I had put the paper, the stickers on the back of my stamps, but then I changed my mind and then I took them off again, put them back on, and I think it's kind of interfered with the rubber. So, but yeah, there we go. And then, you know, if I'm not happy with that, I can just go in again, because it's in the same position, you know. So there you go. Yeah, worth every penny. So I hope you've enjoyed this demonstration, and I'll be back again next week with some more tutorials. So until then, take care and bye for now.